I'm Angela.
And I'm Jessie, and this is Art Adventures of the Palm Beaches.
In this episode, we're talking to designers that are creating clothing and jewelry, all while using ethical, sustainable, and recycled items. It's called conscious fashion.
The goal is to create clothing with the least amount of impact on the environment.
So let's go talk to our first designer and find out how she's truly making an impact right here in the Palm Beaches.
This program is brought to you by the Cultural Council for Palm Beach County. Visit palmbeachculture.com. And by Discover the Palm Beaches. Visit thepalmbeaches.tv for more information.
Kristen, we're surrounded by some really beautiful dresses. Vivra Couture, can you tell us your inspiration behind these beautiful creations?
Absolutely. So Vivra Couture is a really interesting concept. It's actually really all canvas and hand painted. We started the whole entire concept from my original company, Garbage Gone Glam. Garbage Gone Glam was made out of paper and plastic and different environmental type things as a marketing platform and an environmental platform. It kind of merged into both kind of things. Vivra is a step up from that. People loved my designs and they really wanted to see things that could be worn or cleaned, dry cleaned, instead of just paper that really wouldn't last very long. So I had this one event on Palm Beach Island at O Palm Beach. We made a paper dress and I had an artist live paint on the dress at the event. People were drawn to it. They loved the concept. They loved seeing how she was painting on it, and the whole dress came together so beautiful and fun that people said, you should do more of these. I'm like, well, paper doesn't really last very long. So canvas was the next best thing. It's almost like a paper, but it's a fabric and it's paintable and sustainable to the forever. You can
So these
wash
dresses are actually canvas.
literally artist canvas.
And the artist is directly painting onto this.
Exactly.
This is not a screen print.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, and that's kind of hard for people to get sometimes. But when you see up close, if you see the globs of paint, you see the strokes, you really get it. It's real art. And it's just something that's never really been done before. I searched the whole world after we did that white dress that we painted to see if other people were doing anything like it. And there's some painting on silks and different things like that, but nothing quite full-on artist canvas, like that thicker fabric. But it feels like really good on.
Okay.
I've made a couple dresses now for myself. It took a while, but I made my own wedding dress. So that was really fun to do and wear. And I have another rose painted dress. So it's fun to experience it myself because it took a while. I
That's
usually
amazing.
have models wear it and different things, but yeah, so it's such a fun concept.
A really cool initiative. You have partnered with the Humane Society to make a really unique calendar. Can you tell me about what you've created?
Absolutely. It's one of Garbage Gone Glam and my personal best achievements, I think. It was so much work, but so fulfilling to actually create each one of these dresses from discarded shelter, dog food, and cat food bags.
Wow.
So it was really cool. We used about 200 bags throughout the whole calendar. And each image uses 1 to 25 bags, so it was really cool to see how it all came together. And then individually, we went to the Humane Society and shot photos of different pets, different adoptable animals, because we wanted to include them in the calendar. So
How did you
they're so
not take
cute.
them all home?
Very difficult, very difficult. They were so cute. So I'll show you this one. He is about to jump off the table, off where we were shooting against this wall, and he looks in the image exactly like he's looking down at the fishies.
Oh, how perfect. What a good model.
He did so good.
Oh,
so he's looking, it looks like he's looking
cute.
down, but he was really just gonna, he's like, I'm done, I wanna get off the table. But
Yes.
perfect, that's the shot.
So it's not just apparel that you do, it is what I love, accessories. And so tell me about your purses and your bow ties and all the other fun things that you do in addition to this line.
So the dresses can be a little pricey. They're not for everybody. You know, they're very unique. So we figured everyone is unique in their own self, so they do want something. What can they have that's not quite as elaborate or bold as a dress? So now we do these little clutches that act as also a piece of art on your wall, or you can sit it up on a little stand that it comes with and display it.
Oh, fun.
And then carry it around and use it. It's acrylic, so it lasts forever. I mean, I've used and abused my own purse for like 2 years now, and it doesn't look like anything. So
that's good to know.
Yeah, it's like amazing how it holds up. So just the chunky thickness of them and the texture, it adds so much to an outfit. If you wear like a solid color dress, perfect accessory.
Yes.
And the bow ties for the men are just incredible for weddings, for a groom, for special events. You can actually match a handbag to a bow tie if you go to like a
clever,
charity event
yeah.
or a fun gala or something. And just a fun way to match. And the shoes are also really fun accessory. And our customers just send us their shoe. Doesn't have to be, we don't make shoes.
Yeah.
We paint on your shoe. So if you find a shoe you love, if you're a Manolo fan or you're a Louboutin fan, send them in. We will completely hand paint them. If they've been a little worn and their fabric
What
is
a
little
good way
old,
to fix them.
it fixes them up and makes them like a brand new shoe.
That's perfect.
It's super fun.
Thanks, Kristen. This is truly an art adventure in the Palm Beaches. We're here in Delray Beach to check out two very unique designers.
One uses recycled materials and found objects.
And the other, she's using sustainable items.
Let's go.
So I would love to start out by talking about the space that we're in here. It's very colorful,
Yes.
very fun, very inspiring. So tell us about your studio.
So this is where all of our magic happens, where I spend all of my time. I jokingly, mistakenly call this home 90% of the time because I'm here more than my actual house. But yeah, so we do all of our design work here. My team and I work on all of the new products, and we always say everything starts and ends with us here. So even things that are made elsewhere, all the design work starts here, all of the paperwork starts here, and then it winds up back here at the end.
So people can just walk in off the street?
So they can.
come here?
We tell people if you email us and set up an appointment, it's better. That way we make sure we're here. Like, you know, we have a lot of events and exhibits and different things we do. So that way you don't come and you're disappointed if you drove from Miami.
Yeah.
And we're not in here. We
Yeah.
are here most of the time. But yeah, if you make an appointment, we're always here. And then the first Friday of every month, we have an art walk from 6 to 9. So people can come on in and see the new things that we're working on. And yeah, people get a little confused sometimes. They're like, this is a store? I'm like, no, this would be a very messy store. We are a working studio. So,
So what does that mean when someone comes in and they look at the clothes and they want it, and they're
Yep.
like, how can I
So we have some pieces that are ready to wear and you can take it and go today. And then we have some pieces from our House of Perna collection that are made to order. So you come in, we determine what size you are in our clothing, and then we make it for you. So instead of it sitting on a rack collecting dust,
Wow.
it's made just for you. So
Wow.
we literally cut it on this table, we sew it on the machine right there, and you get to take it home. So I interned first at Oscar de la Renta and then interned with Calvin Klein, both in design in New York. And before I had graduated, I was offered a job at Calvin. So I learned from incredibly talented, amazing people. And then I realized I like color, I like crazy. So I started my own business, which was really scary. Cashed in my 401k and well, here we are. Everything's made to order, whether it's for you coming in wanting a dress or if you're a store. So when you place that order, so when we've worked with, you know, all of the big box stores, they place the order, now we place the order. So it's not that all these units are just sitting being wasted and, you know, now it winds up in a landfill. We're doing what we need when we need it. So it kind of makes it a little bit more environmentally friendly. We like to say we're eco-friendly maximalists. Obviously, we have maximalistic style in here. We like to keep everything minimal waste just to, you know, protect our planet and make people feel good when they're wearing it. And we're going to start talking about those things a little bit more now that people are really caring about it, to make them aware that we're doing it. Before we were just like, this is who we are, this is what we do, we don't need to talk about it, it's us. But now customers care, so making sure that they do realize all the things that are part of our business, you know, I think will make a lot of people feel even better about buying our products, where before they thought it was pretty, now they know that they're also, you know, doing something good. That's
Creative
awesome.
and conscious.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh, I like that.
So, all this talk
Yes.
has got me excited
About tonight.
because I see bright colors glaring in my eyeball, and
Yes.
we need to try something on.
Yes,
We
you
have
do.
an event to go to,
Yeah.
and we want to wear your fashion.
I'm so excited to dress you guys. You're the perfect models. And we definitely have all the colors of the rainbow to choose from. So, you ready to get dressed?
Yes, let's get started. I'm so excited. We're at the Art Couture opening at the Cornell Museum in Delray Beach, and I'm talking to Melanie, the curator who helped put this all together. Tell me a little bit about the show here.
Absolutely. So this show is meant to merge art and fashion in a way that kind of uplifts fashion as art. And I think you'll see that going around the galleries. A lot of the pieces are actually created by fashion designers. One local designer is in the show, Amanda Perna, who created your beautiful gown.
Yeah, and tell me about some of the other designers that are here, and not everyone's a fashion designer. So
Right.
tell me different types of fashion you can find here.
Absolutely. So for instance, we have contemporary art that kind of hints at fashion, takes inspiration from fashion. Stephen Wilson created a bunch of embroidered boxes on like Hermes boxes, Gucci boxes. Becky Rosa created a big piece with Karl Lagerfeld with a Chanel microphone. We have 2 Andy Warhol sketches from the 1950s when he was into sketching fashion before he was, you know, the pop artist that we all know and love. Yeah, and we do have 2 fashion designers and then 1 designer who creates upcycled fashion with paper dresses and recycled plastic.
We are here with Sonia Sanchez Arias at the Cornell Museum for the Art Couture show. Can you tell us a little bit about your incredible work?
Sure. I was invited, of course, to the Art Couture show here at the Cornell Museum. And I make, a lot of my art is all made from recycled materials. I'm very big in using all different kinds of materials. So this dress, this particular dress is my newest dress. It's called Dorian Gray. And she is made entirely from plastic. So her top is made from straws. Her skirt is made from trash bags.
This is crazy.
There's about 150 water bottles, plastic water bottles that are used for all the embellishments. I call her Dorian Gray because these are a lot of leftover supplies from Hurricane Dorian.
Oh.
But also, there's a quote from Oscar Wilde in the novel, his novel Dorian Gray, that says, "Behind every exquisite thing, there's something tragic." And that's how I feel about our plastic situation, where we love the convenience of plastics, but there's a dark side to it. And,
Absolutely.
And it's something, there's a love-hate relationship that goes on between how we feel about plastics. So I wanted her to represent that. She's got this chainsaw blade that I found in a parking lot somewhere. And I feel she really shows the beauty, but also the tragic side of plastics. So one of the things that's really important to me is not just to think differently about these recycled materials, not just what they are, but to go beyond it and to transform them and give them a whole new reason for existing.
Sonia, what inspired this gorgeous creation?
Well, this is also recycled. She's Antarctica because I feel like Antarctica is our last pristine wilderness that is untouched. It's a message that we need to hold on to these areas that are as pristine and as clean as possible, because the Antarctica has so much to do with our atmosphere. And so I think it's appropriate that she's here because she has a very powerful message behind her.
Next, we're checking out two artists who have taken their passion for fashion to the extreme. Let's check it out! Hi, Shakira.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this beautiful artwork in front of us?
Absolutely. So my ancestors are from India and Africa. We originated from India and Africa, of course, and we originated to Guyana, South America, and my ancestors, the majority of them, were fishermen, and they knitted and weaved their fishing nets. And I guess I channeled the art in my family, and I started crocheting when my daughter was 1. I took a class at Joann's, and I found out that I was really good at it.
And how'd you end up moving to the metals?
Well, what happened
wires?
was I had a lot of electrical wire in my garage, and I don't like to waste, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I started stripping the wire, and I found some beautiful, beautiful copper. And from the beautiful copper, I just went to crocheting and weaving fascinators like these. I started making earrings like these. And then I started teaching, and I started a group with Melissa Donnelly with the Stony Brook Stitchers, and everything we made, we gave away. But we taught how to crochet for free. And then I just started, you know, really, really going to town when I was stressed. I would just sit at my kitchen table and create, and I have showcased at Art Expo New York, Art Basel, White Space Gallery here in town, Continuum. I've taught with the young masters. This fascinator that I'm wearing right now was actually showcased at the Kentucky Derby Museum for a year-long exhibition.
So how long does one of your pieces on average take to make?
Well, I'm constantly working on 10 pieces at the same time.
What?
Constantly, because what happens is something starts, for example, this piece over here, I'm just studying it. I don't know how I'm going to finish it yet, how I'm going to do the back of it, what kind of bird I might want to add, or a butterfly. So I make some, and then I leave them, and then I watch them and I study them, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months. And then I go back and I get the vision and I create.
I'm here.
Hello, Roger that. Or I should say, Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that. Ding.
You look amazing.
Thank you, and obviously you do too.
Let's do a turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Let the camera know.
Roger that.
Yes, yes,
Can you
yes.
tell us a bit about your work? And you are a fashion artist. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so how I like to express myself, I feel like it's an extension of my brain. So how I think my brain expresses the way I look, that's how I dress, you know, and I feel like I'm truly being myself when I put on my, you know, my shoes.
Your
and
frock?
my
Do you go to the grocery
full
store like this?
Of course.
Now,
yes.
your outfit, did you make this outfit?
Yes, I did.
Stitch by stitch?
Stitch by stitch, the shoes, the whole outfit, the hat, everything, just slaving away inside of my little studio. And
How long does it take you on average to make something this elaborate and beautiful?
I'd say a full day. Yeah.
I would say that. But no, 24 hours?
Yeah, well, like probably like 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get started? What's the backstory that inspired you to start your career as a fashion artist?
Okay, so I was in pharmacy school, stressed, depressed, you know, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna take some time off. I took a year off, so at the end of the year, I was still really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I heard of this thing called, so this thing comes yearly
This
around.
little thing
this
that
little
happens.
thing that happens, it's called Art Basel. So I was like, I'll go check it out. And I normally dress like this before.
Anyways.
Anyways, so I was like, let me just go. And it was crazy. The experience was crazy. People were taking pictures. I was like, this is what I wanted to be doing. And then I met Ryan Seacrest. And the way he looked at me, our interaction, got to hang out. And I just really realized that I could turn this into a career. So the next week, I went and signed up for fashion design school. I don't even know how my life is my life, but the first week in fashion design school, the design director goes, I see potential in you, I have this opportunity, and the opportunity was I got to work with David Tatera, who's the wedding dress guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 2 years I got to make, it was wedding dresses, but unconventional. So I had to use like paper materials and aluminum foil, plastic.
That is so cool.
And yeah, so for 2 years I got to do that, and then that just like was a crazy experience. And then I'm extremely thankful for social media. My social media following has opened the door.
Out of control, right?
Yeah, to experience everyone.
Well,
yeah, it's really
you've
opened
done
the door.
so well, in fact, that
Thank you so
you've
much.
been called the fashion icon of South Florida now, and only in 3 years. Oh my God.
Yes, it's crazy, but the thing is, how that I feel like that came along. It's showing up to literally everything. If there's an event, I'm there in a different outfit, like killing the red carpets, and that's how I got that name.
How did you end up not only in South Florida, but in Palm Beach County?
I was born here.
Yes!
Born and raised, and everyone goes, "Why don't you move to New York? You have to be in New York. You need to be in New York." And
No,
I'm
you
just
don't.
like, I'm growing where I'm planted, you know? And I'm just using my resources to you know, get me where I gotta go. And New York is only a flight away.
I
and
know,
I'm
right?
always there.
But look, you're doing it. You don't have to be in New York. You don't have to even be in
New York.
Miami.
I hate the cold. And it's always hot here, so you're gonna have to really
Perfect.
pull it out with me to get me out of here. Creativity comes in a lot of different shapes and forms, so I try to pull from every avenue, whether it be outside or inside or at a museum or even at school. So to talk about this piece, when I was a child, there was a book called Hats for Sale. And it was a peddler who was selling hats, but he had like a stack of hats.
I remember.
So 20 years later, I'm like, I found all of these hats, not at the same time. It was over months of just like a brown one and then a
They're
tan
so
one and an
perfect, though.
orange one.
Where'd you find
And then once I had 4, I was like, okay, maybe I can turn this into something. And then Hats for Sale, the book, I remembered. And I was like, oh, he had his hat stacked. And I don't know, but it's all about being tall. So the higher the hat, the closer to, you know,
To the heavens.
To the heavens. This floral piece here broke the internet. I made this piece.
I broke the
because when I wear it, it gives like a nude silhouette, so it just looks like I'm wearing the rose petals. But I made this piece for Miami Fashion Week.
Is this a halo?
And yeah, it goes around the face. And yeah, I just wanted to be a floral
An angel.
angel.
What about this one?
This I made during fashion design school. But yeah, I just love the extension of the arms. Anything that's over exaggerated, I truly, you know, I'm for that. Non-conventional.
Gender bending,
Gender bending, unisex. If you want to wear it, whatever you are, you can wear it. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
But the I added the happy and sad afterwards because my teacher just made me happy and sad. So this piece, I'm a big person of using like stuff that's non-conventional that you wouldn't think to use.
Like recyclable?
Yeah, recyclable. So this fabric is recyclable fabric that I found, and then these are actually zip ties that I turned into spikes, you know, to give that like avant-garde look. Okay, so the bird cage, Equality Florida had an event, so I made this piece for that. But these three pieces, like the birds, the cage, and then the leather ensemble, I found at different places, and then I put together. Yeah, and then I just felt like a bird out of the cage, you know?
Aww. Roger that. I know you like to be tall, but is there anything that you think would fit me?
I got just the thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Thanks for watching this episode on Conscious Fashion, and we hope you enjoyed learning about all the designers that live, work, and play right here in the Palm Beaches.
We'll see you next time on our next art adventure.
This program is brought to you by the Cultural Council for Palm Beach County. Visit palmbeachculture.com. And by Discover the Palm Beaches. Visit thepalmbeaches.tv for more information.